This is Tony Mitra, and I'm reading out a letter I sent out today to all 88 members of the British Columbia Legislative Assembly. I'm just reading one of them to John Horgan. To John Horgan, NDP, premier@gov.bc.ca, date Thursday, May 28, 2020. Subject: about assassination of BC economy, way of life and freedom. Assembly Member and Premier John Horgan, I have written several times to you and others of the BC Assembly. Most of the Assembly members do not even bother to read messages from citizens or residents of the province. Further, the Assembly has effectively disassembled itself, drawing fat wages while hibernating at home, imitating Nero while British Columbia burns into cinders. Public is hypnotized by fear as the government, in collusion with an extremely biased media and overbearing influence of big pharma and global corporations, feed the flame of fear against a bogus virus that is no different from seasonal flu. The media has stopped even pretending to present all sides of any issue and has become the mouthpiece of unelected globalist corporations pushing for medical totalitarianism. The fault of the destruction of free speech and freedom of expression lies at the feet of the do-nothing government of BC, which has knowingly encouraged this state of affairs for over a generation. Besides, the very concept of science and scientific research has been turned on its head. Instead of science being public funded, public owned and geared towards public good, it has been converted to be industry funded, industry owned and industry controlled. Industry is not interested in funding or supporting anybody that wishes to discover problems with its products. Scientists that talk against the wisdom of forcing unnecessary vaccines on an unwilling population are being muzzled, defunded, and turned into academic pariah. Doctors that warn against it have their license to practice revoked. Science has consequently lost its neutrality, objectivity, and honesty. It is more like voodoo and less like science at this stage. And all this has happened because the government has allowed this travesty to take place. You have helped destroy free speech, subvert science, and now are engaged in destruction of British Columbia to turn it into an outlying protectorate of Bilgetistan. There seemed to be no point anymore in asking you to look into this or that aspect of the state of affairs. You have become incapable of responding to freedom-loving British Columbians' aspirations. Wise folks are still clinging on to fast disappearing branches of freedom in the swirling waters of the tsunami of a fake pandemic designed to engineer a planned coup d'etat to topple democracy by a bunch of mediocre and unethical politicians wanting to turn into two-bit tin horn dictators. The people are given almost no choice but to warn you. So be warned. This is a public letter and will be shared and also be read aloud in Vancouver and wherever else I shall be protesting your effort to subvert British Columbia's freedom. Tony Mitra, name, address, email and telephone number. That's the letter I sent out today. Thank you.